let me share my best travel tips while you're traveling in Japan. Now, this is going to be where to stay in Tokyo. So, if you are a regular tourist and then you just click, Tokyo in your Agoda or any sort of like Google hotel, then you might be stuck to stay in hotel that is one, either it is overpriced because it is located in the touristic area, or two, you are stuck with not a lot of options because they are all booked. So I will tell you what are other neighborhood that you can consider while you are staying in Tokyo. Now look at this map. Well, people tend to just stay in either Shinjuku or Shibuya or Tokyo Station. But there are other alternatives, such as, for example, Yokohama. Now, Yokohama is a good choice if you are flying in or flying out from Haneda, and there are plenty of things to do in Yokohama. But okay, Yokohama is not, there are not many tourist attractions for foreigners, so let's move to another one. The other one is actually Shimbashi. Now, why Shimbashi is also great is because if you are flying in or out from Haneda, there is actually a monorail that takes you straight to Haneda, and there are lots of business hotels around this area, and Shimbashi is actually popular among Japanese salarymen, so there are a lot of affordable izakaya that is not going to be overcharging you as a tourist. So that's also another good tips. Another place is to actually stay in Ueno. Now, Ueno recently have been searched with a lot of tourists, but not as much as Shinjuku or Shibuya. And there is also a direct train going to Narita. So this is a good base to be if you are flying in or flying out from Narita. Honestly, I will not really stay in Shinjuku or Shibuya unless you have a plan to maybe like go to Fuji, because this area has a lot of buses that go to Fuji, and to be honest, if you have plan to go to Fuji the next day, stay in Shinjuku, Shibuya is actually a much better option. But of course, rather than Shinjuku, for example, you can opt to stay in Ikebukuro. And if you are not the first time traveler, you just want to experience a different side of Tokyo, I also recommend to stay in this area called Jiyugaoka or Kichijoji. In these two areas, you will be able to see how the locals are living. So generally, there are not so many tourists. It's more catered towards the local, and this is a popular hangout spots. There are not so many hotels probably, but I can assure that there will be a lot of Airbnb in this area. So that's the tips for today. Let me know in the comments what would you like to know of the hacks tips that you would like to see. Bye!